Hey YouTubers, here's my friend Troy. How are you today, my man? Let's take a look at your bike here. Step right over here. This is a Bmw 1200R, and he just got it out of the shop. They did some modifications on this bike. This bike is originally about 60 horsepower, and they've did some work on here. They've changed the throttle bodies, the cam, the ECM. I don't know what else for sure on the engine, but he's got a parts list on this, and what they've done is this is a like a BMW Cruiser, but it has a similar engine. The components are similar to the 1200 GS, and so they've taken some parts off of the GS and put it on this bike, and they've raised the horsepower. They've or some of they're off the RT anyway. They raised the horsepower on this bike from 60 up to about 100. So he just got the bike. The other night he drove it home from Salt Lake City at 1:30 in the morning, and then he's been gone for a week or 10 days out of the country. And so now we're just going to take a quick little ride and try this bike out. If any of you are interested in this modification, I'll in the comments below I'll get his parts list, and we'll put it there, and you can check it out. That old gal runs pretty good. Got to kind of watch out for these sightseeing autos here. They kind of go slow, and they'll pull off anywhere in front of you. It's also, I think it's the archery bow hunt up here, so you got the bow hunters kind of moseying up and down the road. Well, that old gal seems to run pretty good here. Haven't really had her on the straightaway stretch. Yeah. There's 90. Whoa, squirrel. Yeah, you never know who's going to pull out in front of you. So, yeah, she's running good. If I was going to have a cruiser bike, that may be the one. They come stock from the factory, all chromed up. Of course, they don't make them anymore. They'll be a collector's item. If they aren't already, they'll someday you'll never. It'll be extremely hard to get one of those. Kind of like the old Kawasaki H2 triple. I've heard, and I don't know that there's how much fact to this, but I've heard that those things are like selling for there's dear little deer around like 20,000 in Europe for one that's really primo. You know, there's kind of a cult following of the old Jap triple bikes over there. But oh, that's nice. They're going to let us go by there. Thanks, Scar. She runs pretty good. You can tell the difference, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. That thing corners real well, doesn't it? Well, it has that same like similar parallel lever suspension to where they'll just lay right down in a turn there, you know. Yeah, I hear the Sportster coming.
leaves are all changed already.
There he comes. He didn't even see us. That's all right.
Better go catch up.
We'll catch up, boy. There's old Mike on the Sportster. We'll follow him along here. Get a little bit of Harley Davidson pipe sound. Those bikes sound cool. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, I did. I drove it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You need to drive it again.
Yeah.
Hop on and take it.
Okay.
There is a big difference. But after you got almost twice as many horsepower.
Yeah. So, so you want to go up to the top, or you want to go back down, or what do you want to do?
I just got to put a liner in, so I'm not going to see.
Oh, we might as well ride over to the. All right, Troy's gonna let me try the R1200R. That is one cool looking bike, and she's quite peppy. It comes stock with the running lights and everything on it. Where's the switch for your running lights? That one's the running lights there. And you get grip heaters and everything else the same.
Like yours,
Yeah.
everything else is the same.
Huh. You got 10,000 miles on this old gal, huh?
I've already put 5,000 on my bike.
You put 5,000. So was it June what?
June 25th.
June 25th, and Mike got his Sportster. He picked it up down in Texas and drove it home, and he's put 5,000 miles on it. And it's a good running bike. Only problem he had a little oil seep on his valve cover. Had to buy the gasket, and gasket set was like $60, something like that. Fixed it himself, and she's never missed a lick.
I put about 1,200 on my Yamaha before I left.
Uh-huh.
Got over 6,000 miles on so far this year.
All right.
Start.
That's good for you. That's good for you. You'll be in the Iron Butt Rally here before you know it. Well, I got more bikes than you, so I have to put a lot of miles on all of them, each one of them. So we got. There we go. Yeah, she's got the old torque right there.
I wish I had a tachometer. No tach.
Yeah, a tachometer would. You know what I would do? Well, let's see. I'll bet you Trail Tech makes a little electronic one. I just put it right there.
Yeah, he says it won't over rev, but
Yeah, it's nice to have a tach. Go ahead, Mike. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, see. Oh yeah, she's got some torque right there, ready and waiting to come. I better get used to my brakes and stuff. Yeah, that's a cool ride. It's a little different riding position. You're kind of sitting back, and your feet are just barely forward. You're not laid back like if you're quite as much as you are on Mike's Sportster. I've ridden that also. And you know, I like the Sportster. I like the feel of it. The engine power, the torque. The only thing I don't care for is the handlebars. His handlebars turn straight back to where your hands have to be in a position like this, and it's just, I think with my carpal tunnel, it's not quite as comfortable for me. But yeah, there's a lot of deer hunters, and yeah, this would be nice if I had a tack. You can just lug this old gal right down and just give her a little bit of throttle before she takes right off. This is a nice bike. And what's so different on this bike compared to the GS is the GS is set up suspension-wise as an adventure bike, so it has a little bit of travel and clearance, so you can get over some rocks and go over some rougher terrain. This bike is a little lower on the suspension, and then the seat is way dished down into the frame to where you've got a lower center of gravity. But it's, I think this would be very comfortable for a long trip. There's old Mount Nebo. Yeah, I don't know how you'll be able to, it's kind of out of the sunlight now. I don't know if you'll be able to see that very good, but anyway, the crisp mountain air feels so good tonight. It was quite warm down in the valley there. You just taking a big old deep breath of that air, and it just smells good and feels good. Okay, YouTubers, old Dr. Dual Sport is going to put a momentary metal to the pedal and see what the R1200R will do, what she feels like. Let's see how she sounds. Wow, there was a quick 100 mile an hour in a few seconds. Now that thing sounds cool. When she opens up, she really breathes. That engine is running good. I like it. YouTube, this is Dr. Dual Sport, and you know what? I just couldn't help it. I had to take the old H2 out for another ride. Here comes Troy on the R1200R. Let's go. Get Mike here. What's that? Yeah. A little bit. Go ahead. Hey, you got the jump on me there. I don't dare go over 90. That's my excuse. So yeah, it don't matter. I just I didn't know how much I dare give it right on the bottom end, And so when you got ahead, then it's about staying even. But then I don't want to go over 90. So just. Let's do it again. Hey, you get on that side because my camera's on that side. And Let's just get rolling a little bit and then hit it. No. Yeah, he's got me. He's got me. He's got me by 30 horses. Well, boys, we better take him home and cut that stuff out there. Somebody might not appreciate driving like that on the little farm road here. So